Hi there, I'm Andy Robertson, and this is Family Gamer TV. Welcome to Family Gamer TV. This week we're looking at Star Wars Kinect, and I'm joined by Mr. R2D2. So, R2, what do you think about the game? And so do you think C-3PO and you will be playing the multiplayer very much? I'll take that as a no. Well, there you go. We're going to go and look at the game. Thanks, R2. So this is the main menu?
So this is the main menu, exactly starting off. Really easy to use, as we've come to know with Kinect. Just hold your hand over whichever one you want to be able to go into. And we'll start off with Jedi Destiny. So this is the start of the main story mode, the main career mode, as it were. Now, as far in terms of storyline, it is set just after Episode 1, but before the start of the Clone Wars. Your lightsaber in your right hand, which you can hold out and literally start doing defensive gestures.
Okay.
From here, you as well, you'll be able to actually, if you time it rightly, as you saw just then, hit the laser blasts back at the droids to be able to use them against them. You also have the Force in your left hand, so you can see me reaching out. I can hold people up.
And that's the blue.
That's the blue circle. I've got him, and then I can literally throw him away or throw them into each other.
And so you're playing it in one player?
I'm playing it in one player.
So although I'm stood here, it's happily ignoring me.
Until you basically raise your arm and initiate the trigger, it will just carry on playing one player. Okay. If you want, it does feature jump in, jump out play. So if you want to be able to, then you can absolutely play two-player. The other thing, the Force is I can use a Force push, just by holding it ahead of me like that. Okay. Really easy to be able to do. I can also got full body gestures as well, so I can jump to be able to jump around the environment. I can lean to the left or lean to the right to be able to navigate in and out and avoid dodge blasts and navigate around enemies. But also, if I wanted to lean forward, I can zoom up a bit forward ahead of someone. So it's not just a game where you'll have to slice and dice your way through it. You've got to use a little bit of tactics as well. But
and so here you seem to be, you're navigating around the area. So
yeah,
I think
definitely, yeah.
Having seen an earlier build of Kinect Star Wars, it seemed like it was more on rails, but what we're seeing here is more... It's
a nice balance between guiding you naturally through the environment, but also giving you the autonomy to go wherever you want to be able to as well. So
and in terms of the PEGI rating, this is a 12, is that right?
That's right.
So beyond just, say, using a lightsaber and the fact that there's sort of pulse weapons, is there anything else that parents should be aware of?
I mean, we'll show you some of the different modes later on, and you're probably the best judge of that.
This story is set between the first and second films.
Indeed it is, yeah.
And by first and second, you mean Episode 1 and 2?
Episode 1 and 2, yeah. So rather than the ones that we grew up with, exactly.
I'm introducing my kids into A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back first.
Of course, as you should be.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right way to do it. But they've seen these. They haven't seen the third one, because that's a high rating.
Right, fair
and
enough.
You've got some slight dismemberment going on.
Yeah,
But so it's set between the first two films. Does that mean that it's limited to those locations and characters, or does it pull in?
So basically, it takes reference from all 6 films. So if you're like me and you're a big Star Wars fan and you know the original 3 as well as the newer 3 films, episodes 1 to 6, you will see references in the game from all of those 6 films. Chronologically wise, there are in the timeline of the career mode, there are certain characters you won't see. For example, you won't be able to battle Darth Vader because he wasn't Darth Vader by this point. So instead, we have to stick with obviously within the storyline of the extended fiction. But that being said, there is an awful lot of characters you will recognise from the new and from the old films as well. Yeah. So a lot of references. We spent a huge amount of time making sure that the game was as authentic as it can be. So locations, droids, weapons, spaceships, characters, all you will recognise a huge amount of content really, really accurately from the films and from the content itself.
So we've seen the story mode, but we're now going to be looking at Podracing.
Definitely, yeah. So this sits just outside of the story mode, so this is a separate mode, enabling you to grab over your own pods, like we've seen in Episode 1. Lots of different types of tracks in there, so there's 6 different tracks over 5 different worlds. You can see the guys playing Bunta Eve, which you'll recognise from Episode 1. And this was actually one of the original impetuses behind putting 3D in the game. Now,
another new mode in Star Wars Kinect is the Rancor Rampage mode, if I can say it right. So,
very good, very good.
And So what does that involve?
So basically, if people have seen the films, remember the Rancor monster from Return of the Jedi, the big, massive
I see. That's where it comes
guys.
from.
Yeah, that's the Rancor.
Yeah.
There's actually a few different types of Rancor in the extended fiction, which you'll be able to see in the game.
Yeah.
Basically, it's all about having fun and destroying as much as you possibly can in a certain time period.
Yeah.
So you control the Rancor, you can smash buildings, you can smash droids, you can pick up people and throw them around. It's all about having some fun, and the more you destroy, the more points you get. You'll also get little mini objectives, so you've got to smash or grab or clap attack or jump on top of people. As you go through, the Empire sends more and more advanced enemies up against you, and you see how long you can last.
And is there any overlap between your progress in the story mode and the character you bring into that Rancor mode?
So all of those three, the Rancor Rampage, the Podracing, and the Galactic Dance-Off, all sit outside of the actual main storyline. So they're quick play modes, really easy to jump in and have a go of. They play with different characters separate from the career mode.
Great. So R2, would you not prefer to play Disneyland Adventures? I guess not.